everybody. This is Patty with Get Balance 2020. I'm going to adjust this just a little bit. Just got done with doing the Mind series for the week 3. And now we're going actually on the spirituality for the series of the third series for spirituality. And if a lot of you don't know what that is and you don't even know what Get Balanced is, well, basically Get Balanced is how you put your mind, body, and spirit together. And what I mean by that is your mind, your thought process, how to get that back on a more positive, healthy lifestyle. Also, too, to put your spirituality into that, because we actually meld those two together. And spirituality, I mean your beliefs. What do you believe in? Where does it come from? Where does it start? And why you believe in that. And I'm not talking about religion. I could be talking about if you believe in reincarnation, you believe in Christianity, you believe in Muslim, you believe in the universe, you believe in, I don't know, you're an ant. I don't know. Who knows? But that's where it's all about, where it begins and why you believe. We also talk about gifts, our gifts and our abilities, because I'm an empath, so I do have abilities. So we do talk a little bit about the supernatural and paranormal kind of thing too. So that's what Get Balanced about. So during the month of April, we've actually been getting back to the roots. So if this is your first video, please go back to the series for April and go Getting Back to Roots and go ahead and watch those. And then you'll understand where we're at. But most of the time you can sort of get an idea, or something is going to help you within that video just by itself. You don't have to watch it. So I'm trying to get my house cleaning done here. Make sure that if you haven't seen any of my YouTubes, you can go on my website, getbalance2020.com, and there is a YouTube link at the top, and it'll show you all the videos that I have. Didn't realize I had that many, but even my daughter's like, Mom, you got so many videos. I don't have enough. So, well, anyway, so you can go there, or if you would like some one-on-one personal Facebook, you can go on my Facebook, and I do have a small gathering there, and you can also get some inspiration, motivation there. If you belong to a support group, whether it's like an abuse support group, siblings that have lost a sibling, I don't like this, and that kind of thing, then there's places that you can go, and I belong to a lot of those as well. So you can go to a different support group and come on in, just come on in. And that's with that. So what we're talking about in spirituality this week actually is, and I do have videos every week, usually. I was sort of out of it for about 2 weeks. I had a lot of things going on. I wasn't able to do it. So this week we're actually talking about the power within. So we actually have more power than they even say we only use 10% of our brain, right? So the thing is that we have more power that we haven't even tapped into. A lot of us, if you're into spirituality of any kind, basically you'll hear people talk about, oh, you're being enlightened or you're awakening and those kind of things. So we don't know what actually our potential brain can actually do, or what our spirit inside can actually do. Now, a lot of people don't understand what the difference between a spirit and a soul is. So let's go ahead and start with that, since we're talking about getting back to the roots. So a lot of people will think, well, isn't a spirit or soul the same thing? And, when we die, we talk about Christianity's wanting that soul. Okay, so the spirit is actually whatever our creator is lives within us. And we're actually supposed to have everything that we need visually and on earth, and then also internally with all the things, the gifts that we have, which everybody has intuition. Every single person on this earth has intuition, and that we consider as a gift. Something very basic, very simple. Now, how high your intuition is, if you're like mine is out the roof, and it sometimes drives me crazy because I can know things, or I know when people are lying to me, just like that. It's just part of my intuition of what level it's at. Don't ask me what it is. I'm not into all that, earthy stuff. I'm not into that. I just know that who I am and what I am. So that's what we want to talk about, is the power that we hold within. And maybe some of you are questioning, well, how come I knew that? Or how come that happened? Oh, isn't that a coincidence? But Why did that? And look at the dots, they connected. Wow, did you ever think that? Those kind of things that you can ask yourself, those aha moments kind of thing. Is so you want to look at what that is inside you, that power within. Where did that power start? Most of us started little. Some of us started up with I don't like to even say religious, because it's really when you talk to somebody who really 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 believes in God and Jesus Christ, they want to have a relationship. It's not a religion, it's a relationship. And that's the thing, is what we talk about is we need to have a relationship with our creator, whoever that may be that you may believe in. I mean, somebody might even think it's their dog, oh yeah, but it's not. So the creator, so whoever that is, that's where we get our roots from. And that's where we started from, unless you believe in the Big Bang Theory. But then again, you believe in the universe. So it's really interesting that a lot of people will try to prove there isn't something. If you don't believe in it, then why are you trying to prove that it's not there? Sort of a question. Think about that, ponder for a minute. So we want to understand where to get to the roots of our power, of what we hold inside of us. Now, if you're gifted, then you want to find out where that power comes from. You also need help honing in on that power, which I might be talking about. Maybe you're really sensitive to things, crystals, energies, trees, nature, and maybe like me, I get really high as a kite. If I'm in a forest, certain forests, it's like, oh, I could be high for days. It's just all those energies I've absorbed. It's crazy. I never used to be that way. I scuba dive, and I never used to be that way. And I can't even stand an aquarium over me now. It's just like, woo! It's a lot of fun. But the thing is, you have to learn to control that power within. Okay? But when we talk about getting to the roots, we want to find out what that power is to us. Because when we talk about our power, we need to talk about the truth. As we talk about our mind, we need to walk in the truth, speak the truth, be honest, so that we can be the full person that we can be for ourselves, not fake it till you make it because somebody told you should be that way. No, you don't do that. And with our faith or whatever you believe in, you need to take ownership of that and be okay with it. And you also need to, I keep saying you need to a lot, but this is what I'm suggesting. I'm not saying you need to go do this. No, I'm suggesting these are things that will give you freedom. And I know because I've been there. It's firsthand for me. So I'll give you a little back history. I grew up as a Catholic. I didn't understand it. I wanted to know more about it. In fact, my mom and the priest were friends. Put it that way. They were good friends. Okay. But I would ask him, I want to talk about Revelations. I want to talk about what's coming. I want to talk about the angels. I want to talk about, nope, we don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. We just go that way. But so when I got older, I asked my mom, could I leave the church? It doesn't fit me. I don't believe in all of this. I believe in some of it, but I don't believe in all of it. I need to know more. I had more questions. I wanted to learn more. And this has been since I was little. This has been going on since I was little. So then I decided, she said, at 18, you can do whatever you want. So I did. And I left the church immediately as soon as I turned 18. And then I also went to Japan and I read the Bible from cover to cover by myself, learned a lot, but I also began to know that there was more to just the Bible because I was feeling a lot of things that I didn't understand. I could hear things that I didn't understand. I could feel things that I didn't understand, and I knew I was different since I was little. But I still believed in a higher power, a God, because I've had witnessed a higher power, and that is my choice to what to believe in. But I also know that for Christianity, it is also limiting to me, because the thing is, I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, I do believe in that. But the thing is that there is more that there is to the story than we have any idea, because before we need to walk in the truth in our spirituality, Because here's the thing, I stayed hidden, squashed, and here's where we get to the roots, is you don't want to stay hidden and squashed all your life to live what other people believe in. You need to live what you believe in. But you also do need to research and read and find out about what it is that you believe in. Because the thing is, you want to make sure that the higher power that you believe in is, excuse me, of light and not darkness. Because we talk about shadow work, we talk about people believe or talk about devils and demons and all that kind of stuff. So we want to read, we need to read and research, but we also need to start walking in our own truth of our own spirituality. That's where we need to get back to the roots, because a lot of us live for other people and what their beliefs are. And what happens is, what do we do when we do that? I'm going to put my glasses on for a second because I'm old. So what we do is, we start making excuses. Now, if you just watched mine for the week 3, you'll learn that you don't justify why you're doing something that you really, your gut and your intuition is saying, this doesn't feel right. I don't like it, but I'll do it because, you know what? If I tell them, they're going to think I'm crazy. I don't want them to think I'm crazy. Trust me, I did that for 50 years. And it's just like, but I knew deep inside that what I had was love, compassion, caring. It was a good. Okay, so you need to not justify, like we talked in the last series of mine, not minimize what's going on in you or what's happening to you or what you believe in. If you want to believe in a rock, believe in a rock, but that's not truth. Truth is from the light. A rock is earth. So spirituality is from the unseen. Some people say it's from the heavens. Some people say whatever. Where earth is more of your conscious mind, more of mind. It's not of spirit. Your spirit's here. Oh, I forgot to go back. Spirit is actually the part of you, your divine, that lives within you and gives you everything that you need. Your soul is what goes and gets the information from your spirit. So it's like our personality of who we are. And that's why some people turn bad. Some people, well, there's no bad and good. It's just poor choices and fear and that kind of thing. But the thing is that when we look at our soul, we make that choice. Somebody chooses to rob a bank. It's not the right thing to do, but somehow their spirit is broken and from a dark place rather than a light place. Because if somebody said, well, I'm going to go rob a bank, and I'm with that person, I'm like, I ain't not robbing no bank, because I know for me, that light, it will become dark. And so we want to make sure that light comes over. So your spirit is your actual heart, your being, your divine living in you. Your soul is what determines from your spirit. So your in your mind itself, mind, spirit, and body, your mind is your thought process. So your head you want to take off, where your spirit is actually here. So anything that you get an answer or a question or anything like that, that's why I'm saying don't justify, don't minimize, because then you're actually squashing and darkening that spirit, when in all actuality you should be walking in the truth. And then you'll make better choices. You'll make better decisions. You'll be much more joyful, because happiness is external around the earth. You have to look for happiness. That then you're always going to be looking, because nothing will make you happy. Whereas if it's joy from the heart, you're walking in the truth. You're being the person that you need to be being. I'm a horse person, and you can take horses away from me, but I'm still a horse person. I love my horses. I love looking at horses. I love drawing horses. I love, you can't take, that's me being. That's what the spirit and what God gave me, my creator gave me. That's your truth. So that's the thing. So don't start going with the flow. So we're getting back to the roots. Don't start going with the flow. Well, I'm just going to go with the flow because, if I don't, then there's going to be, they're going to think I'm crazy, or they're going to. I was a Christian woman for a long, long time. I still consider myself Christian, but a lot of the things that I believe in, my Christian friends would probably get on their knees and pray for me, because they don't understand the unseen. They don't understand the abilities that I have, because they don't have them. So we don't want to just go with the flow. It took me 50 years to break away, going with the flow, squashing who I was, faking it until I made it, until I actually said, you know what, this is who I am. If you don't like it, I'm really sorry, but this is who God created me to be, and this is who I am. So this is what you have to do for yourself to to be able to go ahead and free yourself of the chains. Because let me tell you, that freedom, if I could sit down with you one on one, I will tell you, I am so free. I've never been this free in my life of how I feel. And that's all because I started walking in the truth, living. And if we talk about the mind, our root base, start changing your root base, your thought base, as far as from when you're little. Do your homework, do your dark work. Get into the trunk of the tree, because we use a tree as an example. The tree trunk is your conscious mind making decisions and choices from your subconscious mind, where your soul is and your spirit. Do you see how it all connects? And so it's really, really important to walk in the truth. I am just going to pound that and pound that and pound that, because when you start walking in the truth and telling things that the way you really want them to be, then your spirit will just blossom. And the idea of your spirit blossoming is then you can help somebody else, or share with somebody else, or tell them your story. Maybe somebody needs to hear your story. Everybody has a story and a journey. Everybody has trials and tribulations and hardships and storms. And some of people persevere more. Some people are more resilient. Some people know how to get through with peace and joy. That's what they're there for. And that's what you're there for whoever it is to touch their lives. Touch it. Reach out and touch someone. Remember that old song? Anyway. Okay, so I'm running off course and it's getting late. So, yeah. So then what you want to do is make sure you do research and read. Now, if you're a Christian, we have the Bible, so you read the Bible and you do get the word, because the divine is the word, and that's what it is. So I could go into that, and I was trying not to, so that's why I went there. So you want to be able to research. I don't go into Satanism. I don't go into witches. There is powers out there that you really